Omar Aesop here. Here the stretching area, because I'm talking about bullshit things. I'm talking about why most, and I mean, when I say most, 99% of bodybuilding supplements are bullshit. Why they don't work. And it's actually really simple. There are only a few ingredients, a few things like creatine that have been studied on a very large basis with a lot of studies proven to be effective for training. All the other stuff doesn't work. And you might ask yourself, you know, I'm making this video because I still get asked a lot in person about this supplement, about that supplement. And my honest answer, if you ever want to know about a supplement, you should just check out a free website. It's called examine.com, where they review all the current literature, scientific literature available for supplements. And what you'll notice is a lot of things every single month, there's something new coming out there. Oh, it's colostrum, right? It's going to increase your testosterone. No test boosters work, right? Colostrum is also bullshit, but there's always a new marketing angle out there. So anytime you see something new, you can just Google it or you can search it on examine.com and see if there's any evidence. When there's money at stake, there's a lot of hype. Companies will tend to rely on, you know, male insecurity, kids wanting to get big in order to sell supplements. Another thing also too is that they'll tend to pack ingredients that do work, a lot of ingredients that don't, combine them together, and what's worse though is that the ingredients that do work, they're not usually the recommended doses. So they'll include creatine, they'll include maybe like some Β-Alanine, and they won't be at the recommended doses. So they'll be like 1 gram or 2 grams. Essentially what you're paying for a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of blends that you'll see. And keep in mind, these are proprietary blends, right? Where they're combining a variety of supplements. They don't own these supplements. Nobody owns creatine, right? They get it manufactured or they buy it from a supplier. They combine all these different ingredients together into a proprietary blend and then they sell it to you. So you're paying for 90% bullshit, 10% that does work, but it's underdosed. So in the end, if you're buying a pre-workout, you think it does work. We'll talk about the placebo effect in a second. But you're essentially paying for really expensive, colored, flavored, sweetened caffeine. That's essentially what most supplements are. So it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and like I said, I get a lot of questions. I made videos on this. Probably the last one though was last year, so it bears repeating, and I should update this. That you should save your money. You should buy something like maybe a good program, good equipment, a good gym membership, instead of buying these supplements, instead of buying proprietary blends, instead of buying things that don't work. Another thing I want to discuss, however, is that how there are certain things not talked about that are beneficial when it comes to training. Things like, let's say for joint health, something like curcumin. I've talked about this before. Where if you look at, once again, the literature, if you go to examine.com, you'll see there are certain benefits. So when I say bodybuilding supplements are bullshit, it's what, you know, the companies are trying to promote. Things that have no business being talked about. Colostrum, test boosters, pre-workouts. If you want to take caffeine, and caffeine is certainly effective, you know, if you want to train, if you want to focus a little more on your sets, you can just get coffee, you can just buy caffeine pills. There's no need to, you know, spend 2,000% markup on them, right? Instead of buying them for like $10, you're buying like a $100 pre-workout that's not effective. But getting back to supplements that do work, it's interesting that the industry tries to promote big flashy things like build a lot of muscle with this, you know, naturally increase your testosterone, which once again, unless you're taking super physiological doses of testosterone, it won't change shit. But things that do work, like joint health. Joint health is incredibly important when it comes to training. When it comes to training, think about what usually stops you. It's not how hard you work, it's not your mental focus, unless you're Rocky, who gives up. But if those other things, if you're training hard, it usually comes down to injury, it comes down to your bones, it comes down to how you're feeling, your body's breaking down. So that is important, and that doesn't get talked about. So I'm not saying there isn't things that you can take, such as creatine, Beta-Alanine, and a variety of things that I will make in another video if you want to see that, like the video. Things that I would recommend that aren't necessarily, you know, bodybuilding supplements. They don't get talked about. Only bullshit gets talked about because the industry relies upon people being ignorant. And what's worse too, the angle they're now taking in the industry, they'll say like, most supplements don't work, but this supplement does. And that supplement's also just as bullshit. So have a discerning eye, have critical thinking skills, check out that website, examine.com. I'm just seeing too many videos on YouTube, too many people talking about things that don't work, and you gotta keep it real. So most bodybuilding supplements are bullshit. If you wanna find out what works, examine.com, other websites also exist, and I will make another video. Guys, focus your time on what's important, focus your time on lifting that weight, getting that sleep, eating proper nutrition in order to acquire those gains. I'm done, I'm out. I gotta go train my calves. If you liked the video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace!